here we are at Turbo Gamer episode 2.
Two.
You know, I don't know if you'll get to 3. You know, I mean,
Hopefully. I mean, the crime rate kind of low these days, so should make it to 3.
I mean, if Valve can get to 3 and they're big time, so you know we are.
No, I had enough trees, but I mean, usually the trees just be the shit. Anyway, so welcome back, folks. Thanks for joining us here. I am Aaron Ramsing, as always. This is
Kevin Bhall sometimes.
Kevin Ball sometimes. And today, joining us via First World Wizardry, we have a special guest. Yes, a guest. The Sealander, who is beaming his thoughts into our minds and now yours. I'd like to welcome Antonius Prime.
Yep, is that his?
Hello guys, what's up?
So we actually have 3 people for our second episode.
Three era, not tree.
3 people, because we're from the Caribbean. So yeah,
Three people are like ants. 3 people.
yeah. So as you can see, we brought in the First World to kind of class up this joint a little bit. So we'll see how that
We
works
can look
out.
with that one. We have
Yeah.
your kind of his work cut out. You know.
Well, it's great to be with you guys today.
So, thanks for joining us, Antonius. Again, a little bit of an agenda, so let's get started, shall we?
Alright, well, the first thing here on this high-tech computer screen in front of us here is thoughts on Watch Dogs with the spider tongue. You know,
Watch Dogs, yeah. So, this game that everybody was been waiting on since 2012?
Actually, it'd be 2013, buddy.
No, I think it debuted at the E3 2012. They first demoed it, and then it was supposed to release last year, and then it went like, and yeah.
probably.
But now we have a release date, May 27, 2014, and new
And
shit.
the world seems like it's very meh, what's he say?
Yeah.
It's very what?
Meh. I mean,
Ah.
the problem is that Watch Dogs had all this hype, and now it's just been lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. So again, they released some new footage this week, and they had some interesting things. They showed this spider tank. That's like the, what do you call them?
Tachikoma.
Yeah, like the Tachikomas from Ghost in the Shell. And that should look awesome. So, I mean, but that was just a side mission though, one of the digital trips that they promising. So, I don't know
Right, well-
what you guys think about.
Well, I'm not sure about exactly what the context is in the game. It seemed like they were probably using those kind of side missions to do as kind of a carte blanche to do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because maybe they want to make the main missions more grounded, and they want to have side missions that are a little more crazy, like you know, Grand Theft or something like that.
Yeah.
Grand Theft is crazy straight through, so you can do whatever you want in any mission. But Watch Dogs might be aiming a little more for grounded in reality, because it's not
True.
the far-flung future.
Yeah, it's like near future.
You know. And
Antonius, thoughts?
Okay, so a lot of people give Ubisoft a lot of grief for their whole annualizing their franchises like AC. With regards to Watch Dogs particularly, I have no problem with the delay, and if they're using this as a way to put something really cool in the game, that's fun. That being said, I am no longer hyped for this game just because it's
True.
been so long. There's so many other games coming up.
Yeah, and I mean,
it just, I don't know, it's lost its appeal to me to a certain point. I don't know if I'm just alone in that. What would you say, Aaron?
I mean, I was kind of excited for it, but I'm not that big of an open world gamer guy. I mean, I give GTA 5 a try and never complete it.
Yeah,
So-
I was there to hear all
but,
that complaint.
But yeah, I mean, it still looks interesting, and hopefully the shit they say they're gonna put in for the next gen is gonna make it a little bit better than the other open worlds we've seen. But so
Well-
far, the most interesting open world thing that I've been sucked into is Black Flag on the PS4.
you know
Assassin's
what?
Creed.
There was
4.
one from before, from
So-
years ago that I liked too. That was what was it? Morrowind.
Morrowind, yeah.
Yeah. You know, so it's been more.
Well, that's RPG, so. But I mean, with Watch Dogs, I still find the trailers cool because I mean the tech stuff is what I kind of like. So I prefer that more than to like the shit from GTA 5 that's all like guns and drugs and sex. Cause
I mean, if you like AC, I feel like this is like a modern day Assassin's Creed, really. I mean, obviously it's not the same, but it's pretty safe to. If you like Assassin's Creed, you probably will like this.
Well, yeah. I don't know how nimble this guy is. It would be interesting if he could be climbing some of those buildings.
No, I think he's like technologically adept,
right?
Not physically.
No. I've seen him climbing. He can climb.
No, right, I see him like skate over car hoods and shit, but I didn't see him like parkouring up buildings yet.
I wonder if he does that organically. If you gotta press X to kind of do stuff hazard across this carpet here. You know, but well, I mean, as for me personally, what I would like to see is if it actually turns out as good as the first video that was running on some kind of a supercomputer. Because no video that we've seen since has really matched up to that. You know, so I mean, I worried that they're going to do a bait and switch, you know, because there was a video release that was looking particularly bad. You know, I don't know, I'm sure you've seen it, Anton. You know, there was one that was... Yeah, you know, that was looking, you know, and...
It's horrible.
Yeah. You know, kind of like...
Third world. It was looking third world.
Now, if a third world person made that would be good, but not Ubisoft that have 600 people working on it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they realize that they need to downgrade stuff because they're keeping it on last gen, current gen, you know. This kind of... I mean, it's on Wii U, so it's kind of like a middling gen.
Well, here's the thing. I actually thought that Assassin's Creed 4 looked really good on current gen, and that was released for both this generation and last generation. So I feel like Ubisoft probably can handle themselves. It should. That trailer, you're right. That trailer did look particularly bad, but I do know that several news outlets have said they've actually played the game and it doesn't look that bad. So I don't know if that was just the video that was there or whatnot, but it doesn't look that bad in general.
Yeah, that's like a great thing to put on the back of the box. Does not look that bad. You know, I buy that.
Antonius.
I buy that for $1.
So which kind of like brings me to a point that I have concerns about now, is that all these multi-platform games, they're like showing these amazing footage and they don't say like what console is from. And I mean, I was talking to Kevin about it a couple of weeks ago, like if everybody could do like Hideo for the much critically booed Ground Zeroes and just show you like exactly how it looks on each console, that'll be good. But I mean, they're showing you this amazing footage like with the Watch Dogs.
No, you're right. Even if you think Ground Zeroes is a glorified demo, which will be a topic for another day if you guys haven't spoken about it already. I do think that Kojima, like, that's a very good way of doing it. Like, hey, it's on PS3, this is how it's on PS, this is how it looks on Xbox One. Like, that keeps things above board, so you have anybody complaining.
Yeah, because I mean, like, even if they don't do that, they should at least state which console the footage is from. All they usually say is in-game footage. But I mean, that could be in-game footage from the PC, which is like blinged out fucking shit that not in a console. So,
you see, the thing is, I don't think everybody have as much freedom as Kojima, you know, being something of a rock star.
Yeah.
So he could do that, but other people wouldn't be able to do that, you know. I mean, Microsoft probably just glad that he's releasing it on their console, you know, because they're just taking it, you know, in stride and they're saying, you know what, if this is what this guy has to do, you know, let him do it. But everybody don't have that kind of freedom.
True.
And and I mean, you know, well, like, they have a name for you know, blinged out screenshots, bull shots, right?
Yeah.
Right. So they and I mean, you know, that's been going on for a long time. I mean, if you look at a lot of box art and stuff, or you know, some of them are using in-game assets, yes, but render that's on possibly high resolution, even on, like we mentioned.
Yeah, that's why we should go back to like the days of the 80s when the box art had like not one fucking shit to do with the game. It was just like crazy ass paintings and shit.
You know, you have
That'd
to
be cool. So
You should look at you know, some of those Atari 2600 paintings. And it's like, oh wow, it's amazing. You know.
true. But yeah, as we mentioned, Ground Zero, I just wanted to say as of May 1st, the console exclusive missions will no longer be console exclusive.
That is
Which is
Who would have ever seen that coming, huh?
yeah. So yeah, so if you have Ground Zeroes, look out for the other people thing on your system come May 1st.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, there was no reason for them technically to be on one system or the other.
Just exclusivity,
You know, I thought
bonuses or whatever.
Which I think is kind of dumb, you know, is like, why even bother with this in this day and age?
Yeah, that's how you sell consoles. Not everybody can.
Yeah, and it's and
Give
how
your
long
shit
how
on
long it
PC.
took? How long it took for them to realize the error of their ways? 1 month? How long after the game was released?
Yeah, but Val, you can't really see it like that because this is not something new. I mean, remember when Soul Calibur had the you get Link with Nintendo, you
Right.
get Spawn
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Xbox,
Right. No.
and you get Hiachi with PS2, I believe it was.
However, that
Yeah.
was different because those were licensing things, right? Like Link obviously could only be licensed for use on a Nintendo console, and well, it was kind of an unspoken rule that Sony was you know kind of had the exclusivity on
Yeah.
Tekken and stuff, and well, I guess Spawn was you know taken.
There.
They I don't know what exclusivity agreement they had, but you see, as I said, you know that is different.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like if
Well, yeah, but I mean, at least I'm just glad that they're actually releasing it for free, because you know that's typically another way for them to make money. They'll be like, yeah, so PS4 guy, you wanna play
Right.
Jamais-Vu?
yeah, you know, we finally figured out how to make it work.
Like $3.
You know, it was only technically possible with the Xbox One or whatever, and you know some other thing was only
Well,
possible with the
so,
PS4.
yeah.
You know, I can't really take a part in that because the whole one console thing is not something that bothers me really.
Yeah, I mean personally, me neither. So yeah, so let's move on from the Ground Zeroes discussion, which could turn pretty heated pretty fast, onto 4-ass pixelated shit. Minecraft for PS4
Wow.
and PS Vita
Wow.
just
Wow.
got a release date. So September 7th,
Only two things:
27th.
Xbox One.
No, this is for PS4 and PS Vita. Minecraft is already out on the PS3, but yeah, so it's coming to current gen PlayStation consoles in September. I know they announced this last year that it was coming, and it would take like forever to give release dates, but now we have one for the other things.
I don't know. I don't really.
Your thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, it's not like you need the oh no. What is the back of that box gonna look like? No, with the added power of PS4,
Yeah.
you're gonna be able to realize these boxes in more box like you know boxiness.
Here's my question. Does the PS3 version of Minecraft, does it play well with Steam the way that Portal 2 played well with Steam?
I have no idea because I personally am not interested in it, so I haven't tried it.
Yeah, what
So
is,
then why did you put it on the agenda?
Because it's a thing, it's a news item.
yeah, but
Okay.
well,
It's a big thing. Come now, man. We trying to get views. Oh gosh.
yeah, well, nobody. Oh, you know what? If you just put Minecraft on, you know, something there, there's gonna be a million people that would be searching for something
yeah.
else.
So we'll like put
You know.
Minecraft in the description and we'll get some views.
Yeah.
Views. You want views?
This is all about Minecraft, even though nobody has ever played it or is interested in it. You know. Well, I mean, you know, it's good for everything to be available on as many things as possible. I guess.
Yeah.
I respect Minecraft. I have no interest in playing it, but I think it's like this generation's Lego in being able to build all these things. So I
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
go as far as
Right,
to say
that's-
it's crap. But
Right, that's the next point. You know, the way that you mentioned it there, you know, it says it's more of a digital toy than a game.
Mhm.
You know, it's so.
Yeah. But I mean, people love it, and we don't hate you for loving it. We just didn't play.
I don't know how. Again, I don't know the stuff that people building though. A lot of it I feel like is a little bit handicapped with
Well, you see, this week they had a news story saying that they actually recreate the entirety of Denmark.
yeah.
See that shit?
Well,
So I mean that's kind of amazing, and I think somebody do like most of Westeros from A Song of Ice and Fire.
really, how did they get
I
the north?
think so. I have no idea.
Nobody knows what's going on in the north, and nobody's been there.
Yeah.
you know,
So I mean it is a cool thing, but just not a what
Yeah,
thing.
so-
So moving on from Minecraft, the PS4 updating system, I was kind of impressed with the stuff they're able to do now. I mean, might be a big deal for some people, but I've never personally seen stuff like that being done before. Like they did with the new photo mode in Second Son. They had some really cool fucking pics people were posting to Twitter, so I don't know what you guys think about that.
Well, I mean, I have seen some of them, you know. I guess, you know, it allows them to, I mean, to actually sit down and play the camera and
Yeah,
play with the time
yeah.
and stuff, and really show the game in like a better light than you know, just recording videos. And because with a video now, you know, you don't have that much kind of control,
Yeah, true.
you know, so I can really take some good looking shots that, you know, maybe in even better than the game, because in motion the game often doesn't look as good as it could if you really sit down and get everything just right.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, they in terms of the ability that the PlayStation 4 allows for these kind of updates to be done over the air, I'm impressed. I don't know what you guys think.
Well, yeah, I don't want to downplay the achievement, but I mean, I think it's the kind of thing that they were talking about from the beginning. You know,
Yeah,
you know, they're talking about sharing stuff and this kind of thing. But I mean, well, I don't know. Yeah, well, it's interesting. You know, I don't know. I don't think I'm not like I don't think it's as is you know some amazing, unbelievable thing. You know, like maybe Aaron probably think, but you know, it's interesting. You know,
I do.
I don't think it's that. You
Yeah,
know,
and well, the new firmware update that's coming out this week, the 1st of May, is gonna allow you to take off the thing that prevents video recording from the HDMI, and it's also gonna allow you to export the shared video clips from the PS4 to a flash drive, so you could save it somewhere else, upload it somewhere else beside Twitch and Ustream.
I don't know. I very anti-corporate, so I believe that they releasing something to remove something that should never have been there in the first place is basically them finally doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Because there's no, I mean, you know, there was a lot of, and still is a lot of problems with people putting videos online and stuff. You know, you know, a lot of the corporations trying to take it down, and I don't really see, you know, the harm in most of it. You know, I mean, yes, some of it might be giving away stuff, but at the same time, if somebody really wanted to have stuff given away, they could have gone online and read something or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
true.
you know, so I don't really see, basically people are always going to find a way around it, if they really want to do it. So, I mean, why make it harder? And it's probably promoting you more than anything, you know?
True.
Like recently, I think they released some Monty Python sketches online or something like that. And now, you know, the DVDs that nobody was taking on, now starting to sell again, you know, because
Right.
of this sort of stuff, you know, so releasing it for free, encourage people to go out and buy it, because, you know, there's those people that really want to
Yeah,
own it,
because it
you know.
generates interest. So I mean, thankfully our show can't afford footage and that kind of shit, so we won't get flagged. Our show will be up. Antonius, thoughts from the first world on the PS4 stuff.
But by the way, it's not getting enough views to generate interest to get flagged. You see, it's like who's these lunatics? But yeah.
I think it kind of sounds like you guys have hit all the nails on the head. I don't think there's anything else to put in.
So, but do you feel that they should have put in this HDCP, basically the prevention of recording of game footage? Should that have been in there in the first place?
See, here's my thing. I feel like they did something that was really cool. It was a very short time before the game was put out. I I feel as though we have a culture of either we complain if they had delayed the game to put all this stuff in initially, we complain that it wasn't in the game when it was released.
True.
So I think that they did a good thing by doing that. I don't really have a they should have had it before because I enjoyed Second Son thoroughly and I have complaints.
But what I'm actually speaking about though is the HDCP, which is overall. No game could have recorded
From the HDMI.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, why do you think? So you're saying that they should allow that? Like it should just be open for everybody?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't see because the reason to not have it is because they think that people are going to record and upload a playthrough or something like that.
Yeah, like let's
right?
plays and that kind of stuff.
You know, and I suppose they think that that's going to kind of subtract from their income somehow, as opposed to, well, I think that it's going to encourage more people to play the game, you know, because for the most part, looking at somebody playing something is not the same as playing it.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe something like Heavy Rain or something like that, maybe you can make that case.
But they allow you to see gameplay stuff with, like, if you use Twitch, correct?
Yeah. But this will
Right, so there is a way to do it. It's just not letting you have it to use any way. It's like in a controlled sense. So why is that bad?
Well, we should have the freedom. I believe people should have the freedom to do it in a way that makes sense to them, because, like, if you do it via HDMI now, you could edit it and you're a little more free to present it in the format of a show.
Yeah.
You know, as it was before, you can't do that. And like on the, well, I mean, why turn it off now if there's still something wrong with it?
No, nothing wrong with it. It's just they turn it off for us, so we'll be recording shit and posting it for you guys.
Right, but why is that? I mean, I don't see it. I don't see that it was ever a positive thing. I don't see that it was. I don't see that they preventing us from recording stuff was good for anybody really.
Yeah. Because I mean, they still had the debacle with Twitch and the Playroom and naked people banging and that kind of.
Yeah, you know.
But yeah.
I don't see that it was really benefiting anybody. You know, preventing us from recording it in a way that we wanted.
Yeah.
And I mean,
we'll see.
People were doing it last gen, and I don't think that you see, it's hard for people to gauge what they lost. You know, does adding this really add to increase sales? Does preventing us from recording it in any way really increase? It's so hard to measure.
I don't know. I guess we'll see after the first of May.
But you know, I believe it should have been off from the get-go. You know.
Well, it's gonna be off from the first of May. So, to all you PS4 recording Let's Play people stuff thing, we'll be watching your videos pretty soon. So yeah,
but they're not watching this to hear it.
Yeah. Well, watch your video now.
Yeah, but how they're not seeing that? They're not seeing that. You know, it's like when people write in public washrooms. You know, for so and so call. You know.
Wow.
You know, it's like why even who is reading that?
Don't worry, we'll write our YouTube link on public washrooms so you can.
That is actually a great, because that is exactly who we want to watch this. The people who read wisdom on the walls.
That's all you need to do to qualify to watch our show. You just need to be able to use the goddamn toilet.
That is real.
And you're welcome here.
Guerrilla marketing. that is totally caught with the pants on. I like when they have ads in front of people who's sitting in washrooms, you know. It's like, oh what? You know, at that point a guy with his pants down will go buy anything. He just buy anything, you know. It's like,
wow.
I'll buy whatever you want. Just stop watching me pee. You know?
So, in other gaming news, this week
wow.
they announced out of the blue a new racing game, Grid Auto Sport, which straddles the line between arcade and simulator. Again, just like Drive Club, just like all the other shit. So, what do you guys think? Need another racing game?
Well, I mean, people can make whatever they want. If they want to make it, let them go ahead. It's just better for the consumer because now they have a choice. You know, it's not to say that we only have what was it two heavy hitters in racing?
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo and Forza.
Right. So you know we should And I don't think they have enough arcade racing games to tell you the truth.
Well, it's not an arcade racer, that's the thing.
Well, they should have more, man. They should have like a totally. They should have a kart mode. You know. Yeah, just flick a thing at the beginning of the game and alright, now it's in kart mode, you know, because that is really the most realistic racing game that I could play is Burnout.
Right.
That is, you know, so some people you see they probably have like more on one side than on the other. They have more.
Yeah, probably. But
They have more closer to the real than the arcade. So maybe they're trying to slowly fill that gap. It's not all the way to
yeah.
arcade yet.
So, Antonius, what's your thoughts on this new racing game and racing games in general? All of them that they keep announcing like every freaking week.
Okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. Only one racing game I can stand, and that racing game is Forza. I mean, when it comes to realistic racing, of course, Burnout and that stuff is always gonna be fun, but
Right.
I kind of feel as though if you need to drive a car, go outside and drive a car. So this does nothing for me. I have been hearing about this supposed Project Cars
Yeah.
that's supposed to be pretty cool,
Yeah.
but like even with the delay for something like Drive Club, which I saw actually today, they were saying that we're finally gonna get news on a release date
Really?
later this week. It
Okay.
it does nothing for me, really.
Okay.
I want to see a new one.
So yeah, I mean, I understand your points about Forza, Anton. It's just
No,
that.
you don't. You've never played an F1.
No, but I mean, like I personally love Gran Turismo 5. I played quite a bit of it, and wasn't really interested in 6. And I don't know. I mean, I like racing games. I like the sim, just as much as Kevin like the arcade stuff probably. But I mean, personally, I really don't care to see all these racers that are coming out, especially the ones that claim to be straddling the line between arcade and sim. You could do one or the other, but not both. Come on.
Basically, it could be a problem because, you know, in the way that like you look at Resident Evil, it's trying to be something that it's not.
Yeah, because I mean, I tried Grid 2 and I did not like that at all. So, no real interest in Grid Autosport.
Fair enough.
Well, I like how Anton says Forza though. It have that little bit of a T in it. Say that again.
Forza.
He didn't say it. He didn't say it the way that it because
Antonius is not your monkey to remember.
So yeah, as
I'll
you can
just
see-
cut it back and put it there. You know.
So yeah, the first word that has proper pronunciation and,
And
diction and
that is
all
always
shit.
supposed to be said because when the makers talking about the game, they put a little bit of T.
Yeah,
You
well,
know.
that's why we bring them in to
What
class
is
up
a
this
Forza?
joint.
What is a Forza?
when we did a Forza 4 or Forza 5, we were trying to blur the lines
Exactly.
between
Exactly.
reality
You know. Now
video game.
No, I find that they say them say Forza Horizon because maybe two because one is both of them have Z's, so you know it kind of works, and two they say that's totally arcade.
Yeah.
So they see that.
Yeah, that was a very arcade game.
Right.
It
So
really was.
which is actually why is the one that I'm most interested in. You know. No, I'm not even joking because I find it look as good as a linear racing game, but it was open world. You know.
Well, yeah.
It was pretty much their version of Burnout. I mean, obviously it didn't have all the crazy crashes and stuff, but
Right.
it was that. Like, I played it. I didn't like it as much as I liked the main game, but it was good.
But you don't think it's impressive that the graphics were as good?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
For in general, their graphics are really good.
But
So, yes.
I find it to be more of an achievement because it's open world and it look as good as the linear game, you know, which is that can't be hard. That can't be easy to do.
Yeah.
You know.
True.
But I would like to see what they do for our Xbox One Forza Horizon and see how that look. That is what I want to see. I'm not really
Well,
interested.
yeah.
Like you said, well, I mean.
Well, there was footage of a game, but it was themed like Forza Horizon, but it was a back in the day game, and they were racing around in, I believe it was around New Orleans or something like that.
Mm.
Okay.
So I know they are making another side project. I just don't know if it's going to be a proper Forza Horizon 2
Right.
or they're going in a different direction.
Or
I hope it's said in New Orleans and people say New Orleans or they're supposed to say it, you know, like New Orleans. You know? that is, I just love the way people say that, you know. Why do people leave this third world, go to the first world, and they all come back sounding like the same American? Nobody just come back sounding like somebody from New Orleans, you know, or no. Why people don't go away and come back sounding like Danny DeVito? You know? Are there even people like that? I was asking
I
David.
think it's just him.
I was asking David who lives in New York, and he says nobody songs like
Anywhere
people,
close.
yeah, from New York should song like, and I, what the hell, you know? People go away to see the Statue of Liberty, and I would go away just to hear people say like that, you know? I just wanna stand at a traffic light and hear somebody say, "Hey, I'm walking here, come on," you know? That is real. I'm not interested in seeing Statue of Liberty. Those stupid heads on the mountain. Gives a shit. I want to hear people talk like that, you know. But
Those stupid heads on the mountain, nice.
Dr. B, you see, I didn't name them, you know. I didn't name those 4 presidents. You know, like what? Why even do that? Why even do that? Were any of them living when they did that?
I have no idea.
I hope none of them was living when they did that, you know, because nobody no responsible person who's alive and present at time could okay this. Yeah, I think $3 billion to put my head on a mountain. Yeah, you know, it's just I can't believe that was done. You know, this whole thing my head to be cut. This is just a big long aside.
So moving outside from rocks and stones and faces and shit. Upcoming games. May is looking to be quite the month for a couple big releases after a quiet April. So what upcoming games, well, May or otherwise, are you excited for, Kevin?
None of them, they're all terrible.
Right. Antonius?
No, actually, well, let me be serious. Well, on the list here, you actually have Alien Isolation, which was something that I mentioned. You know, I thought that was looking real good. You know, I mean, they totally nail it. You know, it's like, just I mean, I'm not really a sound guy, but I mean, when they get it right, they get it right. And if I could appreciate that they get it right, they totally got it right, because it sounds and looks just like the old Alien. You know, they have, and it's kind of interesting because you know normally when they make what they call them mid-calls, like stuff that goes in between, yeah. Normally when I make stuff like that, you know, it seems kind of shoehorned in, you know, but we never hear anything about the life of Ripley daughter, which I think is interesting, you know. By the time she come back, she's already dead, which is itself interesting, you know. But you know, what did she do during that time? And I mean, it stands to reason that the corporation was so evil, they wouldn't say, "Oh, your daughter totally came looking fair," you know. They don't give a shit, so it makes sense that they never tell she shit that, you know, this lady come on yeah, your daughter was looking fair, you know, and she was almost eating my alien. Well, we don't know the answer. She could have been eating my alien.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's something to keep an eye out for.
But also, wait, you know?
Did you guys see the reaction video that I think it was
IGN?
Yeah.
I saw it on
I didn't get to look at it yet, but we'll link it below.
That is actually why it's on the list, because I was watching that and I tell him, oh, we had to talk about this, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested to see how they're gonna because supposedly there's only one alien on the ship. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
right?
just one.
So you know, how is that gonna work? Is it gonna be like 99%? What do they call it? Suspense.
Yeah.
You know. And
they're trying to stay true to the original Alien film.
And you know what?
So.
I wouldn't think something like that could work, but that's kind of like Amnesia, you know. 99% of that game is anticipation. Not that I've played it, you know. What am I, a real man? You know, but actually, I don't think it have. I think you need to be Superman to play that, because it's like. But you know, like I use that as an example to say that you probably wouldn't think that a game that's 99% suspense and fear could work, you know. But if it's a game in that vein, you know, and it's interesting that nobody has made a game like that yet in the Aliens universe.
Yeah,
you know.
True, it's been mostly action shooters.
But one that was good though was what was that one? Alien vs Predators 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on the PC like many years ago, and that was they also had it right, you know. But now I see this as it's totally horror,
Yeah, totally horror.
but it's as good as that game,
Yeah.
you know. And it's hard
Well, it looks as good as that game.
Looks,
we can't
yeah.
say it's definitely as good as that game as well.
yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I mean as good in capturing the feeling of
The
the game,
essence,
you know.
Okay, yeah, I can live with that.
You know, and even the new one that had so much money behind it wasn't good. The what
Oh, well, you're talking about the epic that was Gearbox's
right,
game?
right. But
Right.
I feel like it had a lot of politics. I feel like it could have been good. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there.
I don't know. Maybe yeah, I don't know. I mean, because the demo that they released was good looking and everything. And then when they that was like a press demo or something.
Right.
Like that. And then when they released the final thing, you know, that was like a huge blow.
Yeah.
I know nobody has any faith in any alien game whatsoever now, you know. So
Yeah, well, we'll keep an eye on it for you, and we'll bring you updates as there.
yeah, that's updates that we have gotten from more competent news sites.
From the first world.
Yeah.
So yeah, speaking of first world, Antonius, what upcoming game are you excited for?
What upcoming game am I excited for? So, your list didn't really put everything, but
Yeah, well,
no,
as-
it's just your personal opinion. You don't have to speak about my list. I will speak for myself. Thank you.
sorry, sir. Very good, sir. Very good.
you should have really put like homework. You know, have it on.
Upcoming game that I'm excited for. I am excited for Mario Kart 8. I think that looks like it's going to be really, really good.
Cool.
I am also looking forward to Destiny. Although the fact that they got rid of their the composer that's been there since Halo
Yeah.
really makes me sad. But apparently his music is still to be in it,
Yeah,
and that should be interesting.
Well,
I am very excited for what's the name of the game that's being done by the people who made Left 4 Dead.
Evolve. Yeah.
That game looks amazing.
Yeah, that looks fucking awesome. We touched on that in the last episode, but again, they released a new trailer, so we'll probably link that in the last video.
yeah,
So yeah.
I think you're gonna have to come back to
But,
me too because I'm thinking of more stuff.
I'm trying to think. If I had a 3DS, I totally would have bought Mario Golf. I think that looks really good. But as of now, I think those are everything else. I believe, like even Watch Dogs, before
Right.
it was going to be a system like one of the first games.
Yeah.
I was gonna pre-order it, but now I'm gonna wait for reviews. I mean,
Fair enough.
being mad at just the amount of games I have in my backlog. I think those are the only games I'm super excited for. What about you, Aaron? Well, wait, no, we have to go back to Bhall.
Yeah, I'm probably back at the end, you know. I'm gonna give like a huge shout out to Octopus City Blues, which is this it's made by some guy in like a basement somewhere in
Right.
what country it was?
Wait, what's the name of the game?
Octopus City Blues.
Oh, I thought you said Octodad. I was like, I got that. That game's awesome.
No, it's like you see, that game is an indie game, but this game is indie to that game, right? Essentially, Octodad is AAA compared to this game. It's one guy from
Oh wow, that's kind of disturbing to think, but it sounds interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pixel art. I mean, it looked like nothing else. I don't even know what it's about. You know, I just know it looked. I mean, it's like I mean, you know, like I'll draw a parallel to like hand-drawn animation. Like I was reading about it and they said that, you know, maybe now they're not making it in a big way anymore.
Right.
But it's interesting to see what people in basements will be doing, you know, on their own, of their own
Right.
accord. And pixel art is something like that. You know, like,
Yeah.
they don't make a lot of them again, but the ones that are made are by people who making it in their basements or something like that. And you know, there's Hotline Miami 2,
Right.
you know.
Oh, that will be great. Hotline Miami was a great game.
There's the Ico slash Wind Waker game Rime it was on PS4 or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Right.
There was that that was looking good. I was sure thinking about something before the end of the video.
Yeah. So
Well, you know, I mean the usual Half-Life 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
Last,
that's coming really soon.
yeah,
man.
Last
really
Guardian.
soon.
You know, I have a theory. I believe that one day everybody will just open up this team and it'll be there. You know, it's like, you know, oh, you wake up Christmas morning, oh wow, there's presents, how did they get there? You know, you know, everybody who had like a certain amount of a Valve games or something like that, you know, they'll just be, you know what, somebody made a fake page, a fake Steam store page for Half-Life 3, you know, and it was so well done. It was like STEARN, so that when you look at it, it look like Steam, you know.
You know, I completely forgot. Is anyone interested in? I feel as though we're in a world with no Mass Effect for a very long time. Is anyone interested in the Dragon Age Inquisition or The Witcher 3?
Well,
me personally.
I'm not really interested in Dragon Age, but I find it looking good, much better as like years ahead from the last ones. You know, I thought both of the last ones I didn't like how they look at all. That probably keep me from it. I thought it was.
Oh.
I didn't like the look of it. You know, I don't really like that kind of RPG to begin with. But if it had like an interesting look, I would probably, you know.
Gotcha.
You know, but Witcher 3, you know, I like them guys because they don't believe in DRM. You know, they are like one of the few AAA people that just you know what, people are gonna do it anyway, and the DRM is gonna prevent real customers from playing the game properly, and we don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
You know.
So, actually, Aaron, can I add 2 games into my most?
Yes. So your 2 games, Antonius.
My last 2 games that I'd like to put on the list is Arkham Knight, where we have Rocksteady coming back to do the job that they should have done with Arkham Origins.
Awesome stuff.
And the Mighty Number 9, which is the Mega Man created a new game, was pretty much a Mega Man, just not.
Yeah, in name only, spiritual sequel.
Yes. So, I mean, not really my thing, but my thing though, my most anticipated upcoming game for now is Bound by Flame, which is out next month. It's an action RPG game for PS4 and I think PS3, and it looks pretty cool. I'll leave a link in the trailer since nobody seems to know about it except me.
Hell is that? Is that even a thing? I think you're making that. I thought you said give up drinking. Bound by Flame.
So yeah, so that's it for our list of upcoming games. But if you want already released games to play and you don't want to buy it, check us at Bangarang Games. We are the #1 PlayStation rental company in Trinidad.
Gasparlo. You know when
In Trinidad, yeah man. The cheapest rates, the best service. So check out our link, like our Facebook page, and follow us for more news there. And yeah.
also I believe you should mention that you also deliver at certain meeting places.
Yeah.
You know.
So shoot us an email or message us on Facebook or TriniTuner and we'll hook you up, man.
Alright. Also, well, in closing, you know, thanks for tuning in, and you know, you'll have more rambling next time, you know, but we'll probably have a
right. So follow me on Twitter, there, and I'll leave my PSN ID.
And same with me. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll link my PSN ID.
I don't actually have I'm not allowed to have a computer.
So tune in next time to see Kevin Bhall if you want more Kevin Bhall.
I still
Unless
have,
you want to show up at his house.
I still have Steam though, although I'm not allowed to have a computer. You know, is
Yeah, like boiling water steam.
yeah. But
So yeah.
also we didn't mention I forced them to mention Soma, which is just a trailer. And also Evil Within, which is a little more than a trailer, but seemed to have a little bit of problems. But I mean, I believe in the director. I think he has he ever made a bad game that any of you people know about? I mean, Vanquish, you know, all those stuff was. I mean, and not the old Resident Evils, all that stuff was good. I don't think he's ever really made a game that I would call bad, you know.
Yeah.
So I believe, you know, even though it might have a few problems, I'm hoping it's a return to true survival horror. You know, where forward is back, left, right, anywhere but forward, you know, where people turn slowly, just like in real life, at the old folks' house. And
so
yeah, essentially, imagine Resident Evil with a person who actually is elderly and does move like that. That would be incredibly accurate. That is exactly how you have to move if you need to use a walker. You know, you turn very slowly and deliberately.
So yeah, if you want more of Kevin Bhall and his thoughts on old people, look for him at the nearest elderly home.
They have great wisdom.
So yeah. So again, thanks for watching, folks, and like the video if you like the video. And,
Or like the video if you don't like the video. What the hell difference does it make to you?
So yeah.
Christ's sake.
So we'll catch you next time, guys. Bless.